Okay, so, like, have you ever been scrolling through Instagram and it's like, whoa, these ads, they, like, totally get me.
Right.
It's kind of creepy how well they seem to know what we're thinking. So that's why we're doing this deep dive today, all about Instagram advertising, how it works, like the nuts and bolts of it.
Yeah,
And we found this article that really digs deep
that's true.
into how businesses are using these ads to, you know, rake in the cash.
It is wild how much things have changed. I mean, we used to have like billboards and jingles, and now it's all these super personalized ads.
Right.
Like they're part of the conversation almost.
It's true. And this article talks about how some businesses are making serious bank with these ads.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the craziest things I saw was how cheap these ads can be. There's this case study where a marketing agency was getting leads for like 450 a pop.
Yeah, 450 a lead. You don't see that with old school advertising.
No way. 450 for a lead. That's insane. I'm guessing that's not typical, but
It's definitely impressive.
that is some serious marketing magic.
Well, all comes down to targeting. It's not like the old days where you just blasted an ad out to everyone.
Right.
Instagram lets you laser focus on your ideal customer. We're talking age, what they're interested in, even like their online habits.
It's true. They mentioned something in the article called lookalike audiences. And it's like
Yeah.
you can upload a list of your current customers,
Oh, yeah.
and Instagram finds people who are basically their twins.
Exactly.
That's like digital matchmaking, but for your business.
I love that. Digital matchmaking. That's
Yeah.
a great way to put it.
So we've got Instagram, which is clearly a marketing powerhouse,
Mm.
and businesses are definitely using it to their advantage.
Yeah.
But this article we found, it actually breaks down all the different types of ads that they're using.
Oh, yeah.
And that's where things get really interesting.
For sure. There are so many different ad formats now,
All right.
and each one has its own strengths. It's not a one-size-fits-all situation.
Okay, I am so ready to dig into this.
Right.
So break it down for me. What's like the first ad format on the menu?
Well, you've got your classic photo ads, just like what they sound like. A single image to get your attention as you're scrolling through your feed.
Okay, so kind of like a digital magazine ad,
That's a good way to think about it.
but hopefully more interesting.
Yeah, and just like a magazine ad, the visual has got to be strong.
Yeah.
You're competing for attention with a ton of other content.
Totally.
Yeah.
So what makes a good photo ad? Is it all about making your product look amazing, or is it more than that?
You're on the right track, but it's not just about product photography. This article I was reading, they said that lifestyle images, those actually perform better.
Interesting.
Yeah, like showing the product in action instead of just a plain shot on a white background.
So it's more about telling a story.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm more likely to buy those running shoes if I can picture myself, crushing my next 5K, not just because they look cool in the picture.
Exactly, you nailed it. It's about showing your audience how that product fits into their life.
Aspiration. I love it. Okay, so we've got our picture-perfect photo ads. What about video ads?
Ah, yes. Video ads. That's where you can really tell a story. Video is so much more engaging, and Instagram lets you run videos for up to a minute.
A whole minute. That's like a movie in the world of Instagram.
Right. And you would be surprised how much you can fit into 60 seconds. Product demos, customer testimonials, even just like a fun little brand moment.
Okay, so it doesn't have to be super high production value.
Not all.
I was picturing shaky iPhone footage in my head.
No, no, no. Some of the best video ads are actually the ones that feel really authentic, like behind the scenes stuff or even user generated content.
Oh, that's good to know because I don't have Steven Spielberg on speed dial.
Right.
So we've got captivating photos, we've got engaging videos. What's next?
Okay, picture this. A whole carousel of visuals. That's where carousel ads come in.
Okay, a carousel of visuals. I am listening.
So imagine swiping through multiple images or videos all within a single ad.
Okay.
This article was saying that carousel ads tend to get way more clicks than single image ads.
Really?
Yeah, like a 20% higher click-through rate.
Wow. 20%. That's huge.
It's a big difference.
So it's
for
like
me.
giving your audience a sneak peek at like a bunch of different products or parts of your brand.
That's it. You could even use it to tell a story over a few slides.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Mhm.
It's definitely more eye-catching than just a static image.
For sure.
All right. What else is on the menu?
Let's see. We can't forget about stories ads. Those are the ones that take over your whole screen, right?
Oh, yeah, those are hard to miss.
Exactly. They really grab your attention, and that's why they work so well.
True, but they're also over pretty quickly. Like if you blink, you might miss it.
That's true. That's why you got to make them really punchy. visually interesting and quick to the point.
So bold, eye-catching, and maybe a little hint of FOMO to stop people from just tapping through.
Exactly.
Speaking of tapping through, the article mentions something called Explore ads.
Oh, yes.
What are those all about?
Explore ads. This is where things get really interesting with Instagram's algorithm.
Algorithm. All right, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
So you know how you can spend like hours on that Explore page?
Don't even get me started.
Right. It's like a black hole of content.
Knows me too well. It's all travel and food photography and those oddly satisfying videos. Hours, I tell you.
Exactly. And Explore ads are designed to tap into that. They show up on the Explore page and they target people who are already looking for new content.
So it's like Instagram saying, hey, we see you're into drool-worthy food pics. Check out this new gourmet meal delivery service.
Yes. And it's scary accurate sometimes.
It really is.
It's like they're reading our minds.
They are. They totally are. But it works because I do find myself clicking on those ads sometimes.
Right.
When they're done well, they don't feel like ads at all.
Yeah, they just feel like a natural part of the content.
This is blowing my mind. Okay, so we've covered stunning photos, we've got engaging videos, multi-image carousels, disappearing stories, and even those super targeted Explore ads. What's left?
Well, last but definitely not least, we've got shopping ads.
Ooh, shopping ads.
And these are really cool because they make it crazy easy to buy stuff right there on Instagram.
So you got my attention now. Tell me more.
So say you're scrolling through your feed and you see an ad for like a pair of shoes that you absolutely have to have. With shopping ads, you can literally buy those shoes right there in the app.
Wait, really?
Mm.
No more clicking through to websites and then having to dig around for your size?
Nope, it's all right there.
And then hoping that the item is actually still in stock by the time you get to checkout. This is dangerous.
It is pretty dangerous. It's like they're trying to make it as easy as possible for us to spend money.
Well, it's working because I am sold.
And for businesses, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I was reading a study that found that online retailers were seeing like a 25% increase in sales from shopping ads.
45%. Okay, Instagram, you win. This is brilliant. We've covered so much ground here, from like all the different types of ads to how strategic the placement is. It's obvious that Instagram advertising is a game changer for businesses.
It really is.
But let's flip the script for a second. Say you're not a business owner. You're just an average person on Instagram like myself.
Yeah,
Why should you even care about any of this? How do these ads affect you?
that is a great question. And it's easy to think of ads as just annoying things that are trying to get us to buy stuff we don't need.
Right.
But it's more than that, especially now with all this personalized advertising. Think about it. It used to be that we were stuck with all these generic ads.
Oh, I remember those days.
Yeah, you'd be watching TV and then bam, an ad for denture cream.
The horror. I'm all for personalized ads if it means I don't have to see that.
Right. And that's one of the cool things about Instagram advertising.
Okay.
It's not just about selling, it's about connecting. Good Instagram ads, they should introduce you to new products and brands that you actually care about.
Okay.
So it's like less about being sold to and more about discovering something new.
So it's like having a personal shopper who actually knows my taste and isn't judging my questionable fashion choices. I like it. Curated discovery.
Yes.
Catchy. I like it. So these ads are actually improving my user experience. They're not just trying to sell me stuff.
When they're done right, they can be super helpful.
Mind blown. But it does make you wonder, what's the catch?
What do you mean?
Well, the article we've been talking about, it's very pro-Instagram advertising, like everything's amazing.
Sure.
But there's got to be another side to this story.
Well, you're right to be a little skeptical.
So spill the tea.
Yeah.
What's the catch?
Well, let's talk about how Instagram knows so much about us.
Yeah.
They are collecting a ton of data on everything we do on the app. What we share, even what we just look at while we scroll.
Okay, yeah. It is a little creepy when you think about how much Instagram knows about us. Like, they know I have a weakness for those targeted ads for, like, funky socks at midnight.
They do know us scarily well.
They do. And how is all that data being used? That's what I want to know.
Right, and more importantly, is it being protected?
Okay, yeah, good point. Because I share stuff on Instagram, but I'm not, like, reading a privacy policy every time I hit, like...
Of course not.
It's easy to forget about that whole data trail we leave behind online.
It is.
And speaking of things that are a little unclear,
Yeah.
the article mentions these algorithms that decide which ads we see.
Oh, yeah.
But they're, like, shrouded in mystery.
That's one way to put it.
Like it's a secret recipe that they don't want us to know.
It's true. We don't really know how they work.
Right.
It's kind of unsettling when you think about it. Like, are these algorithms secretly controlling us?
I mean, I like to think I'm in control of my own decisions.
Right.
But are these algorithms like whispering in my ear and telling me to buy all this stuff? It's like the Wild West of technology out here.
It kind of is.
We went from, wow, these Instagram ads are so cool to, wait a minute, should I be concerned?
That's a good way to summarize it.
So what's the takeaway here?
Well, I think it all comes down to being informed. Instagram advertising can be really great for businesses, and it can even make the user experience better. But we have to be aware of what we're sharing online and how these algorithms are working.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like anything else, it's a powerful tool that can be used for good or for bad. We need to do a deep dive into data privacy next.
We should.
But for now, I think my brain has officially been blown. Thanks for geeking out with me on this, and thanks to you out there for listening.
This was fun.
We'll catch you on the flip side.
And they're gone. You really do have to be quick.
So it's all about grabbing the attention with stories ads.
Right. Make them bold, make them visual, and make them snappy.
Okay, so bold visuals and maybe just a hint of FOMO so people don't just swipe right past it. Speaking of swiping, the article also mentioned explore ads. What are those all about?
Oh, yes. Explore ads. This is where Instagram really starts to, flex its algorithm muscles.
Algorithm muscles.
Okay.
Oh, now you got my attention.
So you know how you can fall down that explore page rabbit hole?
Tell me about it.
And you're like, how did I even get here?
Right, like an hour later.
And it's all stuff that you're actually interested in, though.
It's true. Mine's all travel and food photography and those weird, satisfying videos.
Yeah, exactly. Explore ads are designed for that. They pop up on the Explore page, and they're targeted at people who are actively looking for new stuff.
So it's like Instagram saying, we see you like drool-worthy food pics. You might also like this gourmet meal delivery service.
Exactly. It's a little scary how well they know us.
It really is.
Yeah.
But you know what? I do find myself clicking those ads sometimes.
Right.
Because if they're done well, it doesn't feel like advertising at all.
Yeah, it just feels like part of that discovery experience.
Mind-blowing. Okay, so we've got those eye-catching photo ads, those super engaging video ads. We've got the multi-image carousels, the blink and you'll miss it stories ads, and now we've got these super targeted Explore ads. What else is there?
Well, we saved the best for last.
Hit it.
Shopping ads.
Shopping ads. Hit me.
These are the ones that make it so easy to buy things without even leaving the Instagram app.
Okay, you had me at easy. Tell me more.
So picture this. You're scrolling, you see an ad for the coolest pair of shoes ever.
I'm already there.
With shopping ads, you can literally buy those shoes right there in the app.
Wait, really? No more
Well,
clicking
totally.
through to a website and then hoping they have your size in stock?
Nope. It's all right there. Add to cart, checkout, done.
Dangerous. So dangerous. I can see myself going broke with these shopping ads.
It's definitely convenient.
Convenient. It's brilliant.
And businesses are seeing huge results with that.
Oh, I bet. How huge are we talking?
Well, I was reading that some businesses have seen a 25% jump in sales just from using shopping ads.
25%. All right. Instagram, you win. This is Marketing Genius. We've covered so much ground here, like all those different ad formats and how strategic the placement is.
Yeah.
It's obvious that Instagram advertising is like the holy grail for
It's
businesses.
definitely a game changer.
But let's switch gears for a second. Say you're not a business owner. You're just an average person scrolling through Instagram like myself. Why should we care about any of this? How do these ads even affect us?
That's a great question. And it's easy to think of advertising as this annoying thing that just wants our money.
Right.
But it's different now, especially with these personalized ads that we're seeing everywhere. Think about it. We used to be bombarded with all these generic
I remember
ads.
those days.
You're watching TV and then suddenly there's a commercial for denture cream.
Don't remind me. I'm way too young for that.
Exactly. And that's one of the cool things about Instagram advertising.
Okay.
It's not just about selling, it's about making a connection. When it's done right, Instagram advertising can actually introduce you to new products and brands that you actually care about.
So less about being sold to, more about discovering something new.
Exactly.
So it's like having a personal shopper, but without the judgmental stares when I pick out that questionable outfit. I love it.
That's a good way to put it.
Curated discovery. That's
Yeah.
what we're calling it.
I like it.
It's catchy. So you're saying these ads are actually making my Instagram experience better.
They can. When they're done right, they're not just trying to sell you something. They're actually helpful.
Okay, I am mind blown right now.
Right.
But it does make you wonder, what's the catch?
What do you mean?
This article we've been talking about, it's very pro-Instagram ads. Everything's amazing.
Sure.
But there's got to be another side to the story.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you are right to be a little skeptical.
So spill the tea. What's the catch?
Well, for starters, we have to talk about how Instagram knows so much about us. Yeah. They are collecting a ton of data on us. We're like what we share, even what we're just looking at as we scroll.
Okay, yeah. It is kind of creepy when you really think about how much Instagram knows.
Like they know I'm obsessed with those targeted ads for funky socks at like midnight.
They do.
Yeah.
It's scary accurate.
Yeah.
But my question is, how is all that data being used?
Right. And are they keeping it safe?
Exactly. Because I share stuff on Instagram, but I'm definitely not reading through a whole privacy policy every time I hit the like button.
Of course not. Nobody does.
It's so easy to forget about that whole data trail we're leaving online.
It really is.
Okay, and speaking of things that are a little unclear,
What's that?
the article talks about these algorithms that decide which ads we see,
Right.
but it's all very mysterious.
It's like their top secret recipe.
Yeah, like how do these things even work?
We don't really know. It is a little unsettling.
Right. Like, are we in control of our own decisions? Or are these algorithms secretly influencing us?
Yeah, it does make you wonder.
We went from, wow, these ads are cool, to, wait a minute, should I be concerned? Real quick?
That's a good summary.
So where do we go from here? What's the takeaway?
Well, I think it's all about being informed about how this stuff works. Instagram advertising can be great for businesses, and it can even be good for the users. But we have to be aware of the data we're sharing and how these algorithms work.
For sure. It's a powerful tool. Maybe we need to do a whole deep dive on data privacy next.
That's a good idea.
But for now, I think my brain is officially fried. Thanks for joining me on this Instagram adventure, and thanks to you out there for listening.
This was fun.
We'll catch you next time. It's true. Like, it's not just about selling. It's about, finding those products and those brands that you actually connect with.
Yeah, it's like they're playing matchmaker between you and the brands you're going to love.
Right. Curated discovery, we're calling it.
I like it.
So these ads are like actually improving my Instagram experience, not just trying to sell me stuff.
Yeah, when they're done well, they can be really helpful. Like you were saying earlier, sometimes those explore page ads, I actually click on those
Me too.
all the time.
Because they're things I actually want to see.
Right. Okay, but it does make you wonder, though, like, what's the catch?
What do you mean?
I mean, this article we've been talking about, it paints a pretty rosy picture of Instagram advertising. Like, everything's coming up roses.
Right.
But, like, there's got to be another side to this story.
Hey.
Well, you're right to be a little skeptical. It's not all sunshine and rainbows.
Okay, so spill the tea. What's the catch?
Well, we got to talk about the elephant in the room. Like, how does Instagram know so much about us?
Right.
They are gathering a ton of data on us, like what we share, even just what we're looking at when we scroll.
Okay, yeah, it is kind of creepy when you actually think about how much Instagram knows.
Oh, it's totally creepy.
Like, they know I'm a sucker for those, like, targeted ads for, like, those weird socks at midnight.
They know me too well. It's
Yeah.
scary. But the question is, like, how are they using all that data?
Exactly. And are they keeping it safe?
Yeah, that's a big one. Because I don't know about you, but I'm not like reading a super long privacy policy every time I click like on something.
No way.
Yeah.
Nobody has time for that.
Right. It's so easy to forget about that whole data trail we leave behind online.
It really is.
Huh.
Okay, and you know what else I was thinking about?
What's that?
The article mentions those algorithms.
Right.
The ones that, like, decide which ads we see.
Oh, yeah, the mysterious algorithm.
But it doesn't really explain how they work.
It's like their secret formula.
Right. Like, are they controlling us? Are we even making our own decisions anymore?
It does kind of feel that way sometimes. Like, how many times have you bought something and you're like, wait, did I actually want this or did the algorithm tell me to buy it?
All the time. And then I check my bank account and I'm like, oh no, what have I done?
Exactly. It's a slippery slope.
It is. We went from, wow, these Instagram ads are so cool, to like, wait a minute, should I be concerned?
It's a valid concern. We're trusting these algorithms with a lot of power.
We are. So what's the takeaway here? I mean, where do we go from here?
Well, I think the biggest thing is just to be aware. Aware of like what we're sharing online and how these algorithms are working.
Be mindful, right?
Exactly. Because Instagram advertising can be a really powerful tool for businesses, and it can even be a good thing for the people using the platform. But we have to be careful, you know?
Knowledge is power. Maybe we need to do a whole deep dive on data privacy next time,
I'm in.
because this is definitely something to think about. But for today, that is a wrap on Instagram advertising.
That was a good one.
Right. So much good stuff in there. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive.
It was fun as always.
And thank you to all of you for listening. We'll catch you next time for another deep dive.